Earth Chronicles concerning Nibiru and the kings who came from the 12th planet. The Earth Chronicles series, and more specifically the book dealing with the 12th planet, based on premises such as that mythology is not an extravagance, but that they are really ancestral memories, that the Bible must be read literally as a historical scientific document, and that the ancient civilizations, much older and more splendid than is generally believed, were the product of knowledge brought to Earth by the extraterrestrials, the Anunnaki. And according to Mesopotamian mythology, at the beginning of their times, the Anunnaki were the most powerful gods, the sky gods that is, both for the Sumerians and for the Akkadians, Assyrians, and Babylonians. Originally, the Sumerian practiced the polytheistic religion, with anthropomorphic deities representing the cosmic and terrestrial forces present in their world. The Anunnaki consisted a group of deities related to the Anunna, gods described from An or Anu, god of the sky and one of the three supreme gods, and to the Igigi or minor gods, who until then rebelled and became demons worked for the Anunnaki. In fact, the name comes to mean those who came from heaven to earth. Although it has been translated as those of royal blood, originally they belonged to the pantheon of the city of Nippur, but they are also mentioned later in the cities of Lagash and Eridu. Back in 1964, Adolf Leo Oppenheim published his book Ancient Mesopotamia, Portrait of a Dead Civilization. The success was so great that many of the concepts and ideas exposed in it were adopted, assimilated, and transformed by different personalities from the world of pseudosciences, among which the Azerbaijani writer Zecharia Sitchin stood out. Sitchin published a dozen books known as Earth Chronicles, in which he translated numerous Sumerian cuneiform tablets, as well as various biblical texts written in their original language, Hebrew. In his book, The 12th Planet, Sitchin narrates the arrival of the Anunnaki to Earth about 450,000 years ago, coming from a supposed planet called Nibiru. And in the story, he even describes them as being about 10 feet tall, with white skin, long hair, and a beard. Sitchin also affirms that the Anunnaki settled in Mesopotamia, and that through genetic engineering, they managed to accelerate the evolution of Neanderthals to Homo sapiens by contributing their own genetic material, given their pressing need for slave labor. And also throughout his work, Sitchin states that the Anunnaki technology was so extraordinarily developed that they could carry out space travel, and that they would have left clues and traces of their presence on Earth, creating places of power such as the pyramids. In Egypt, the Mayans, Aztecs, and Chinese have them, Stonehenge, the Nazca Lines, and Machu Picchu. Sitchin's theories, supported by personal interpretations of Sumerian sources, Babylonian and Middle Eastern mythologies, archaeology, and the Bible, which he compared with the book of the Old Testament. The Book of Jubilees and other sources have been dismissed by scientists, historians, and archaeologists who have disagreed with such theories, both in their translation of the ancient texts and in their understanding of them, physics. There are several factors that markedly differentiate Sitchin's well-documented work from all others on this subject. One of these factors is his linguistic abilities, which include not only several model languages that allow him to consult the works of other scholars in their original languages, but also his knowledge of Sumerian, Egyptian, and Hebrew, ancient as well as other languages of antiquity. In 30 years of academic and personal research prior to opting for publication have resulted in painstaking work and an unusual perspective, and have allowed him to make adjustments where necessary. The author has searched for the oldest objects and texts available, offering in his books a great profusion of photographs and drawings of tablets, monuments, murals, ceramics, seals, etc., generously used everywhere. they provide us with all important visual evidence. Although he does not claim to solve all the mysteries that have been puzzling researchers for more than 100 years, Zecharia Sitchin offers us new keys to understanding our past, said Rosemary Decker, historian and researcher. And the first title in the series, The 12th Planet, presents us with ancient evidence of the existence of another planet within the solar system. It's the home planet of the Anunnaki. In fact, recent data from unmanned spacecraft confirm this evidence, and this has prompted astronomers to actively search for what has been called Planet X. And this is on Mysterious Society by Zach White. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.